Alright, this is a Vermillion Lighthouse, Inland Seas Maritime Museum. Out of there, and this is the lighthouse. It's actually not a very tall one. We live down in Daytona Beach. Ponce Inlet Lighthouse is 360 feet tall, and that one don't look to be maybe 40 or 50 feet tall. But it's the lighthouse in the area. Some sunbathers, boats heading out here on the water, do some fishing or whatever they may be doing. Here's Sue.
At the lighthouse.
Sitting right here by the lighthouse.
Color.
There, I got her both in.
I can see it. You got their little boats on the left.
Vermillion Lighthouse, 1877. The realization of his dreams through the leadership and generosity of Theodore Dunmore Wakefield, 1912 to 1992. And so this is the Vermillion Lighthouse. Not very tall. Now we got a structure out here that comes out of the museum. It looks kind of like a boat. And the neat thing is there's an outhouse right in front of it. So you would be in the water in that lighthouse. So if you wanted to go to the bathroom, you'd have to swim out and get in it if this was actually in the water. There's some houses right along the lake here. So we're going to zoom in over here and try to hold it steady. And up this way here is Sandusky, Ohio. And Sandusky is home of Cedar Point. They have the largest roller coasters in the world. And they claim you can sometimes see Cedar Point here. As I zoom out here, this should be the causeway. There's a causeway that goes all the way out to Cedar Point, which Cedar Point is exactly what it says it is. It's a point. Sorry about the shakiness there, but I'm zoomed in, and I don't have a tripod here. Trying sailboat way out there, catching a little wind and getting a free ride. We'll zoom back here and show you how far out he is. Quite a ways back. And here's the riverfront. Boat way out there. It's possibly in the background. It is Cedar Point. It's really hard to tell. We're gonna try. Alright, we're up here in Amherst today. This is East Beach. It's a lakefront park. There's Sue. She's saying hi. Looks like they have a little building over there. I'm not sure what that is. But this is up on Lake Erie. They've got all the seagulls down here. Looks like they got a nice little shaded playground for kids down here on the right on the beach. Over there, looks like, I don't know if you would exactly call that a lighthouse or not.
It is a lighthouse, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a lighthouse out there. out here on Lake Erie. Looks like they have a break wall coming in. Lake Erie is a pretty shallow lake. It gets turned up just a little bit of wind out there, and it'll get real rough. There's several islands out there. There's Kelly's Island, there's Put In Bay, South Bass Island, and a lot of people will take boats or ferries over to the islands there. There's all kinds of, there's bars and places to eat, and it's a very, very interesting place. It gets very, very full of tourists and party goers, ride bicycles. I don't believe there's any cars on those islands. We used to fish out here and we'd catch yellow perch and walleye. That was the big fish out here on Lake Erie. My grandpa used to have a boat out here when I was a kid, and we'd go out fishing all day. Go out at 5 a.m., come back in at 5 p.m. He would not go back in, no matter what. You were out fishing. But anyway, this nice little park here. I'm going to swing back around this way. We got a nice little garden here. So it's a beautiful little park here. So we thought we'd just stop by here. We're up in Ohio this week. Sue's daughter's getting married today in another little park. So we're just in a little series of videos. They have a nice little walk here. The beach sets down in. Different than the beaches in Florida.
Do a live stream?
Very, very quiet little park. Sue found a bench to sit down on.
I keep an eye on the car here too.
So you keep an eye on a car. I'm just going to do a quick little walk around.
There you go. You can go down towards the water there.
Bark dogs. Let's beach area roving canines. It looks like, have you seen our border collies on the beach? They're called Bark. So they do some things with the dogs here on the beach. That's kind of interesting. That's neat that they allow the dogs out on the beach. Some of the beaches in Florida don't allow the dogs out there. It says here, dogs on handheld leashes only, no dogs on beach. Kind of contradicts itself there. Dogs on handheld leashes only, no dogs on beach. Maybe that means up here, but the picture there showed some dogs on the beach. It says tobacco-free environment. Thank you for not keeping our park tobacco-free. That's wonderful. Glad to see they have there. This is called Lakeview Beach Park. It's a pretty neat little park here. I'm gonna stroll on down here a little ways here and see where this looks like there's boat docks down here. See a couple people laying on the beach already in the shade. Now that'd be my way to do it. To lay in the shade. I'm not too interested in hanging out in the sun. You learn that when you live in Florida. You avoid the sun because you can get all kinds of, you can get cancer and everything else. So we just kind of stay in the shade a lot. Looks like there's a little ramp down here. No swimming. It's a no swimming area. Now it says no pets on the beach. Interesting. The dog program said that looked like they were on the beach, so who knows. Another little view out here across at the lighthouse. Let's see if I can stay and zoom all the way into the there's like a building here, and then going out here is actually the lighthouse. I don't know if it's a lighthouse or just a marker. It looks like a jetty that goes out. Nobody's surfing out there. Another little sign here. We'll take a look at that. Oh, the purple martin. So they're showing a thing of information. I'm not going to read any of it, but you'd see purple martin houses around. So a little sign about the purple martin. Oh, and right up here, almost missed it. Kind of shooting into the sun. But here is purple martin houses. So that's what the sign's about. I didn't read the sign. So these are martin houses. This is where the martins come in and live. I don't know if you know the martins, but if you're in Millersburg, you know some yoders. If you look at these little bugs here, I believe this is what you call a muggle. You get a lot of them up here around Lake Erie, and they're hanging out here on this this pole here. But those are called muggles, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. All right, I just had talked to a few people stopped by, and those bugs called midges, not muggles. They said that muggles was something in Harry Potter. I don't know much about Harry Potter, but those little bugs on the pole are called midges. I'll have to look those up and get some more. I have heard of midges before. Used to live up here lived up here for 42 years. Not up right up here, a little more south of here. We're just up here visiting. Nice weather this time of year. Won't be long and snow will be flying. Okay, I showed you the what I said was a lighthouse. I guess maybe it's not anymore, but it's Lorraine Harbor, and I don't really know if they call it a lighthouse or not. It could be. And showed you there's another one. Oh, now it's quite a long pier. And so there's another.
Oh, I didn't even see that one.
I think it's a marker. Dogs. So, anyways, Lorraine Harbor. That's where this is actually. Go. All right, I wanted to walk out here to the gardens just a little bit. I'm not going to go all the way around it, but looks like it's a rose garden. I never promised you a rose garden, but there it is. They've just got rows and rows of roses. Oh, looks like a nice sized little flea market. Let's go down this way. I want to take some.
When we came in, as I looked down, I could see those guys sitting like on a bench, so they were kind of...
High Pockets, a boutique on wheels. Yeah. Look at these old Volkswagen vans.
Remember those old round scooters?
There's a little red one there, needs to go to the beach. I'm guessing these are from back in the 60s. This little red one.
We'll walk back over here.
That's a pretty good sized flea market.
Yeah, I'll tell Nick about this. She'll probably come out here.
They probably do this every Saturday. Typical flea market things. That
Hey, there's some clothes. Feed sacks.
there's a feed sacks, old metal chairs,
Chair, yeah.
trunk. This looks like a hood from a Volkswagen. Feed sacks, is that 18 cents each or $18 each? I'm gonna guess it's $18.
when we were walking there.
Yeah, before.
This is a old outboard motor, probably a Mercury.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a seahorse. Some old bombs, shells, whatever. Old candelabra. Some doors.
I don't think he's walking.
Just all kinds of stuff here for the video. Okay, walking out of the flea market here. Right here on the lake.